Sunday, the 3rd of October 2010. Anna and I took Arthur and went to Pain Quotidien for coffee. The baby made a mess, throwing all of the food on the floor, which I cleaned up afterwards. We go to the park, and it's so warm and so beautiful this day, and I sit down in the green grass, and I take off my sweater. Monday, the 4th of October. I wake up early. I dreamt that David Bowie wanted me home with him. I had met him at a dinner. He was flirting with me. And some faceless woman kept interfering the whole time and disrupting our flirt. Then he starts singing to me, and he had the most amazing voice, which woke me up, and I felt refreshed, and I felt so wide awake. I arrived to the studio. We ordered coffee. Sarah wants a medium coffee with milk in it. Michael Bosch wants a medium black coffee with no sugar. Joel wants his usual. And the baby pie has a constant craving for chocolate croissant. Hold a second. Michael Bosch is angry with me since I told him he has great love handles and he's getting cheruby. Stephen laughs at him constantly. At lunch we read about Ted Bundy in the murder Bible that Stephen has given us. We are on it the whole time, completely fascinated. Yes, the murder club is on again, and we are enjoying every moment. We read about Ted Bundy. He was a suicidal advisor over the phone, helping kids in need. And he also wrote a rape manual for girls. Finally, he was caught and sent to prison, but he escaped through the prison library window. They caught him twice, and the killings continued in Florida. We talk of 1,000 ways of killing ourselves, since Barbie has seen the show on television last night, and I told them that I would most likely drive off the road over the cliffs and maybe shoot myself while driving really fast. Melissa tipped us of an article about a cannibal in the paper today, and as I saw the photo of him, he looked truly ugly and repulsive. And for a moment I imagined myself being eaten up by this monster. Bill comes up to our table telling me he's putting Carly in summer school for mathematics, and she doesn't know it yet, but he will tell her Sunday night. Edward cut off his fingertip last night as he was fixing dinner in his kitchen. It happened with the very knives he had received as a wedding present, and he had sharpened them 2 nights ago. And I said that since the fingertip had disappeared, maybe the cat ate it. In the afternoon, I discovered that I still haven't made my hairdresser's appointment, and I need to get it done this week. I try calling my hair salon to make an appointment, and they don't answer. I try several times, and it is useless. No one picks up the phone. I suddenly have an agonizing panic attack as I stand hidden behind the scaffold, talking quietly, not to disrupt the ongoing conference in the studio. Nobody still answers, and I'm running out of battery. I have to borrow Painter Dan's phone, and I dial 411 to get the number to another hair salon to see if they can take me. And finally, I get hold of a salon that gives me an emergency appointment. By now, I have an existential crisis, which is evolving by the minute. I remain in my exact position, and I continue mixing color, as the awareness of my own self becomes unbearable. I remain in my position dead still, and I look around at my surroundings, breathing, money, power, desire, and excellence. And I am suddenly aware of my own vaginal birth, my spiritual resurrection. In the afternoon, I discover that I still haven't made my hairdresser's appointment, and I need to get it done this week. I try calling my hair salon to make an appointment, and they don't answer. I try several times, and it is useless. No one picks up the phone. I suddenly have an agonizing panic attack as I stand hidden behind the scaffold, talking quietly, not to disrupt the ongoing conference meeting out in the studio. I even text Ray, my former hairdresser, to see if he answers, but he doesn't. And as I am running out of battery, I have to borrow Painter Dan's phone to dial 411 to get the number to another hair salon and see if they can take me on. Finally, I get hold of a salon that gives me an emergency appointment. By now, I have an existential crisis evolving by the minute, and I return to my duties. Sunday, the 3rd of October 2010. I try on my new lace bra and I feel sexy wearing it. I stand naked in my bedroom, wearing only my bra, as I lay down on my bed and I spread out as I begin to touch myself. I have an orgasm which shakes me up from within as the phone rings and I answer. It's Mom, telling me that she had to go to the ER last night due to almost suffocating from a very severe nose bleeding. They had laid her down and the nurse had screamed at her to lay still and not move so she wouldn't hurt her as she stuck plastic things up Mom's nose to flush the blood out. Dad had gone to check on the car, and as he came back, the door was closed and he banged on it hard several times. And the nurse had cursed at him and screamed to wait, and Mom says that Dad is half deaf, so he couldn't hear anything, so he was knocking on the door over and over, disrupting the procedure and almost driving Mom insane. Anna and I took Arthur and went to Pain Quotidien for breakfast. The baby made a mess, throwing all of the food on the floor, which I had to clean up afterwards. We went to the park and I sat down on the green grass, and it was so warm and so nice I had to take off my sweater. I was watching the children play and having fun, and I was sitting still in the sunlight, enjoying myself. Genevieve told us that the people in her Buddhist class walked out on the substitute teacher last night. So pretentious and elitist, Joel says. So typical New York fake Buddhist behavior, who doesn't condone the patience and the compassion or the acceptance of change, because that is what Buddhism is all about. And I said that Joel should write an article which will shame all of them out, and Genevieve should put it up in the corridor. Then we said that maybe that would not be a very Buddhist way to behave, since it's all about forgiveness. But Genevieve said it's okay to be angry when you write the article, as long as you let go afterwards. Sunday, the 3rd of October 2010. I try on my new lace bra and I feel sexy wearing it. I stand in my bedroom wearing only the bra, and then I lay down on my bed and I spread out and I start to touch myself. I have a very strong orgasm which shakes me up from within and leaves me shaking afterwards. Suddenly, yes, 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 oh my God, I'm coming, yes, Isn't that fun? Isn't that wonderful? Oh, God. I will, repeat myself again. At lunchtime, we read about Murder Club again. We bring up all of the murders that have, fascinated the public's interest for the last couple of decades or centuries even, and we discuss them thoroughly. one of our favorite killers keeps reappearing. It is Ted Bundy. Again, we discuss his, motives for killing and what may have been behind all of the killings. In the afternoon, we order coffee again and again and again and again and again. What do you think? Was that good?
You have to go fucking nuts.
Je ne tiens plus parce que tu me rends folle. Tu me rends complètement folle et je ne veux plus le faire parce que je fais 10 fois, 100 fois, c'est la même scène, c'est la même chose. Je ne veux plus le... Tu me rends folle. Viens ici, mon cher. And here are the latest news from Hollywood. Bill Hurd, also known as the Little Bastard, has finally received a film agent for his film script, The Wizard Wars, and now he has proper legal representation. This is happy news. Bill Hurd's long search has finally paid off and come to its ending, as he is now looking forward to his career taking off. The storyline is an already highly expected script which will make millions of dollars in the future, and we all await with great anticipation. Steve Jensel continues to piss me off on a regular basis with his insensitive and annoying remarks and absurd jokes which hit dead target every time. Patrick Carney was seen power walking along the river this summer with his iPod. Sources say he seemed focused on this new assignment. This episode was spotted one warm summer day this year and was never sighted again. Painter Dan screwed me over again as the Breakfast Club keeps suffering from receiving some more of his Canadian money as he keeps underpaying or giving the exact amount. And here I have a personal message for Dan. Screw yourself. That's a joke. We're not going to have this. Let's do it again though, just for fun's sakes. Painter Dan screwed me over again as the Breakfast Club keeps suffering from receiving some more of his Canadian money, as he keeps underpaying or giving the exact amount. And here I have a personal message. Straighten up your act, Mr. Polonus. The Breakfast Club needs you. Okay, that's good. What was supposed to have been a regular checkup visit at the vet's office turned into a life and death struggle as a cat turned into a frenzy. When taking one of her cats to the vet for a checkup, Baby Pie Anderson was familiarized with the concept of total frenzy. Her cat had suffered a fraction as the pie had accidentally stepped on its paw. At the vet's office, the cat suddenly freaked out and was seen struggling with the personnel. A life and death struggle emerged, and finally the cat was overpowered and placed with towels over her head. The personnel made it barely alive. When taking one of her cats to the vet... Toshi, how do you say veterinary or vet? To the vet, right?
Vet.
Okay. Ooh la la. What was supposed to have been a regular checkup visit? Hollywood, chérie, we're gonna
Hollywood, be ready because we are coming, whether you like it or not.
See you in Hollywood, Bill.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. the Mill.
See you in Hollywood.
See you in Hollywood.